So one of my ex-girlfriends wanted to kill herself because she was in debt. That's a very sad thing to think that you have to take your own life because you are in what some people perceive to be a lot of debt. It really wasn't. It was like anywhere between like $20,000 to $60,000, and I've been in worse debt than that. Like I've been in $60,000 debt, and I understand how it can make you feel if you don't have the knowledge to know like what's going on and how it works. So I'm just gonna start off with an example. Let's say, like, for me, for instance, I had a credit card with a 10,000, and I maxed it out, $10,000. I had a $10,000 credit card, and I maxed it out. And I was worried because like I couldn't make the payments. I had a lot of stuff going on, business things going on, and things were kind of like falling apart. With everything with my business, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I found out. I kind of already knew, but I didn't know how long it would take. But it only take literally like a few months. That $10,000 credit card that I used to charge like business expenses to, like a few months later, like they call, they would call every day, of course. Like I just couldn't pay it. Like I don't know what to tell y'all. Even they asking for like, oh, can you make a small payment of like $20-$30, blah blah, to get it going? I'm like, no, like I'm in survival mode. I can't pay anything right now. I don't know what to tell y'all. And I was like, if I do come across some money, I'll give y'all a call, blah blah. And then what they do is, because they debt collectors, they trying to get as much of the money back as possible. A lot of people don't know you can get offered a settlement, and a settlement, like, to give you like the real life story of what happened with mine. My $10,000 like credit card debt turned into $3,300. That was the settlement. Like they were like, yo, okay, like, look, we know you can't pay this. We know you got a hardship going on, or like you just can't pay, you're not working, you don't have the money for it, whatever. Like they didn't say it like that, of course, more professional. But they offered like me to pay like $3,300 to like settle the entire thing. And even still with the $3,300, like a lot of times they were like, oh, can you like pay it in full? You'd be like, don't have the money. Like, oh, well, we can take small payments. They did installment payments on the $3,300. And like people out here for a little bit, like double that, they want to like kill themselves, take their own life because of a very small debt. Like $20,000, $60,000 in debt is like a grain of salt. It's a grain. It's so small with all the money rotating in the United States, or shit anywhere, with all the money like rotating. You think like the world's gonna end up with $50,000? Come on. So like, and it's hard to explain to people who don't understand money, who's not financially literate. I've definitely been ignorant when it comes to finances in the past, and I started looking up on a lot of things and figuring out how everything works, and how people who have been in the trenches got out of it, and what they did to make sure that they their life continued and that they were able to work their way back up. And the big thing, even with debt, I don't think even that the big thing was debt with her. I think the big thing was she cared too much about what other people would think about her because she was in so much debt. And it's just not that serious. Like, fuck what people think. Like, a lot of people just don't know. Like, when you stop caring about what people think about you, that's when you really start living life. And when you care about what people think about you, you move different. You don't do things that you want to do. You act in a certain way that you wouldn't normally act, and you play like the safe route a lot because you think that someone's gonna see you doing something that they don't approve of. And what's crazy? Like, a lot of those people got demons in their closet too. A lot of those people got debt too. They just haven't shared it with you. So everybody out here has some type of trouble, whether it's financial or fucking mental or like physical. Like it's so much stuff going on, and a lot of people like, and you care about someone judging you about you being in debt. Like, you know, I know a lot of people like Trump, but look how much debt he was in, and you know, he came out the trenches and, you know, did what he had to do to get out of it. And that's the, and he was like hundreds of $1,000,000 in debt. Okay, like you're $10,000-$20,000 in debt. You're a speck, and you want to take your life over something like that. It's just so not worth it. You know, if y'all want financial advice and y'all want to know, you know, about different financial situations and how to get out of them, like I'm working on, I know how to like jumpstart my credit. That shit they be talking about on the radio and on commercials. They're like, oh, like we jumpstart your credit like 50 to 100 points. I learned how to do that on YouTube. And like reading books. Like I learned how to like literally jumpstart my credit with like trade lines and shit like that. And I'm learning about like CPNs. I'm learning about what items you can like finance that reports to all 3 credit bureaus, so you can like up your score a lot that way. Like I just found out, what is it, like how to get like $10,000 in credit and reports all 3 bureaus. You know, like just in case, like say you want to get a car, your credit score is not the best, you get 100 points higher, you can have like a really low interest rate. I know like literally how to jumpstart the credit score. So you go up there, they go, oh shit, you got a 720, okay, yeah, you good, well let's go. Like you got to get 3% like interest rate on this like car or something like that per year. So it's just not worth it. Okay, never hurt yourself over numbers on a computer. It is so not worth it. It's so not worth it. Like you got people who love you and care about you, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't have this information about, you know, how money works and how finances work, and you know how credit cards work, how debt works. Because if you just knew, and I think that's the point why people are like so like stupid. Like I think the world wants to keep you stupid so you can feel like you have to pay that debt to them, but you really don't. You can keep that debt sitting as long as you want, because guess what, it's the only thing that's gonna do is, it's something, they have a term, I can't remember what it is, where like it just like they know that you're not gonna pay it, so it kind of just like falls off your credit report after like 7 years, but it says something next to it. It's not the best mark to have on your credit, but you can always build credit. It's points. You know, it's just a number. It's a number. Money, it's a number on the screen. Points, credit points, a number on the screen. It's not life change. Like, it's not super life change. It's not something that, you know, don't be fucking want to kill yourself because you got a 450 credit score. So fucking what? You can build a credit score. You can build your money up. I don't think you can build another life, as far as I know. I don't think you can like, oh, I'm going to kill myself and start over at a baby. I don't think that's possible. So, you know, if you're in debt and you think it's like a lot of debt, like, don't fucking lose hair and lose sleep and lose your life over something as petty as a number with a few numbers with commas in between them. It's just so not worth it. So if anybody have any experiences they want to talk about, y'all can leave it in the comments. I would love to hear about it. And if y'all have any advice for like people who are in debt or who want to up their credit score, y'all can leave that stuff down there too, because I'm gonna start posting links to and doing videos on how to do that stuff. So it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So I'll leave those links down so y'all can see, and I'm gonna get another topic and I'll put it on here for y'all. So I'll let y'all later.